Good morning, church. For this week's interview, I had the opportunity and the pleasure of interviewing our lead pastor, Wilson Pruitt, and he had some insightful things to say about Stephen Ministry, why it's important now, and why we should invest our time. I hope you enjoy.
I see two specific areas in which, as a pastor of the church, that I really appreciate what goes on there. The first one is the actual specific care that Stephen ministers are able to provide to people in just radically different times in their lives, and to be present, to listen, to minister and care in ways that reminds me of, in the book of Acts, the first deacons, that the deacons came about because of a need in the community, an emerging need. And so that's the primary one. And the second one is that as a way of when people are on their faith journey, so often as a pastor, I want to see what is the next step for them to take. And joining Stephen Ministries, receiving the training, participating in it, and being a Stephen's minister is a wonderful opportunity for people to take an extra step in faith beyond Sunday morning, beyond a small group, to go towards what God is calling them. With the COVID-19 pandemic, with everything that is going on, it is really hard to be everywhere. No matter what, it is hard to meet all the people in a church and to meet the people in a community. And what I need, especially coming into a new context, are people who can connect and to take care of needs in a distant way, and needs that spring up from the community, that aren't just people who call into the church office and say they want to talk to a pastor. Because that doesn't happen very often. It happens and it's great, but it takes a certain kind of person to be willing to be that vulnerable up front to a pastor. And a Stephen minister can find the people in a better way, in a more casual way, can connect, and there's that level of confidentiality as well in those conversations, that it's not talking, it's like, oh, I'm going to see the pastor today. You can have a conversation that many people may think is just a conversation with friends, but has an opportunity to deepen both people and especially help people in desperate situations. That it is a significant investment of time, but what you are doing is significant. And it matters, and it's really important to realize that you don't have to invent the wheel, that you don't have to go into a situation and figure out and solve someone's problems, because a lot of the training is kind of to keep us from that instinct of solving everybody's problems, because so many people don't need an answer, because the issues in their lives are unanswerable. And that's why people end up in moments of despair and sorrow, and just when tragedy and grief happens, that you can't just walk into a situation and be the fixer there. And so it takes training to figure out what are the best ways of entering those situations, of responding, of offering care, of being present, of listening. And you need that time in order to realize that you are not alone in this, that other people have done this before and have done this successfully and helped a lot of people in this process, and you can be a part of that care.